Hey guys, what is up?
What is up, guys? The Hill Twins are here.
With another video for you guys today.
Yep, we're doing Dragon Ball / SHENRON leader.
Yep, so I'm going to be,
Passing it to me.
yeah.
Perfect. Because we finished each other's sentences, and that's mad cool. Alright, so we're going to start off today with the Dragon Ball leader. So as you guys know, we got the almighty SHENRON, one of my favorite, actually Hill Twin favorite pick for the Dragon Ball cast in general. So Dragon Ball, as you guys probably already aware of, you tap him sideways, he gets to search your deck or life for up to 2 Dragon Balls. It doesn't matter what combination it is, so you can search 1 from life, 1 from deck, 2 from life, 2 from deck, etc. When you have 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area, you can wish, which is basically awaken. And what it does is you can take 1 Dragon Ball from you can take 1 desire card from your drop area and add it to your hand. Ultimately, his effect says that you can basically use desire cards for free, given that they are equal to your energy or lower. And you remove 7 Dragon Balls to activate his ultimate effect, which basically gives a card triple attack and 10k. So I'm actually running the Gogeta version, but I'm actually running to me, which is one of the best versions of the Gogeta, which is basically blue-yellow. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started with.
All right.
So I run 4 Temporary Rescue Trunks. This guy is the super combo. Basically, you have to have 5 cards in drop at least in order to have its effect. Fantastic, because you will always have 5 cards, and almost can happen by turn 1 depending on your draw. But definitely by turn 2 you should have 5 in your drop, so it's live very, very early. I run 1, 2, 3 Son Goku, striving to be the best card of Clash of Fates. Basically, he stops all of your opponent's 2 drops and lower from attacking. Really, really strong, because aggro still is a fantastic form deck type, and it's still found in many forms. A lot of decks can choose to go aggro, or they can choose to use late game aggro as well. That's that. Moving forward, I run 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku. So this is the vanilla. I'm going to get into why I run it and why I run the actual yellow, but it's also yellow. It's extremely powerful because of the fact that it combos with our cards that we run, and also it's a yellow card, and that's very important. I run 1 Purunga. This card has saved me and plenty times. It's basically a board wipe. So this card basically embodies Zeno almost for your opponent's characters on board. So you can basically, they set up like multiple 1-drops, like Burgos and Yajirobis. You can literally tap them sideways when you drop them, select one of their cards that's insignificant, and just return everything. So he's just a great to have one of. Then I run 1, 2, 3 SHENRON Figure of Majesty. This card is extremely important in the combo. It's a combo based deck, 2 to 3 piece combo deck that basically ultimately secures you the win. Card basically untaps my energy for me, or when I'm going off a game, it gives me crit and 5k.
Sparking 5.
Yes, and you have to have Sparking 5 in order to do that, but that's pretty much that. The card that is heavily paired with it, it's going to be at all cost Vegeta. You've seen this card went up expensive, and you've seen him a lot in a lot of my deck profiles. Card's fantastic. He's a 20k. He's a 20k. He's his own win condition. So I run 4 of him, and also he can also be paired with him for my Gogeta as well. So just extremely well, having just 1 of them on board to put pressure, and 1 of them in hand for the Gogeta combo.
They do so much. They draw a card on top of energy, and then when you have 5 energy, you can KO a card and get triple strike. So it's just madness.
I run 3 Ultimate Fusion Gogeta. Now these cards are fantastic because of the fact that basically if my opponent is building a board that is basically against me, like Yajirobis or what have you, I can basically put this card into play and get rid of some threats that are trying to control my game state. Then ultimately I run 1, 2, 3 of this bad boy, Gogeta 7. If you haven't seen Steven Spanos' response, go ahead and watch that, because it's pretty broken. Basically, he comes into play, he has deflect and barrier, so you can't counter him. and he just dumps your hand back into the deck, and you just hope that you get good and draw the Mafuba. Seriously. Triple attack on this guy is basically game over, especially you put crit on him. It's pretty much game over. I play 1 Beyond Darkness to Migra. I feel like this card should always be ran wherever you have SHENRON. It's an alternate win con. Extremely powerful card nonetheless. And it helps me pull back games, especially against decks that are well prepared for SHENRON matchups. It just helps me take their hand, and I just rely on him for the rest of the game instead of my ultimate. Then ultimately I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dragon Balls, regular Dragon Ball. You know, just helps me with speed and obviously with their effect. And then I run 2 1-star Dragon Balls. So the 1-star Dragon Balls are important because they're good against matchups that are very hand dependent. You basically start eating at their hand very early, and it just puts pressure on them in ways that they have to get rid of resources very fast. Moving forward, I run 1, 2, 3 Bat Ring Laser. This card is basically Exodia in the flesh for Dragon Ball. Your opponent activates a counter, you say no, GG, good game. This card requires you to have yellow, so I also have access to that. As yellow, that's the reason why I run it. And then I also run 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Flying Nimbus. This just helps me against other SHENRON decks. They drop something like this, try to go all out. I negate the attack, and they only get 1 more attack. They basically just turn into a little Dragon Ball. They lose their turn. Lastly, I run 1, 2, 3, 4 Senzu Bean. Senzu Bean, the reason why is because the format has shown that aggression is still very valid, and it's just important to make sure that you can cover those edges so that you're not losing life faster than you can actually set up your board and your combos. I run 2 Objection. Dende is a thing, so I run only 2 Objection. Normally, I can do the game without Objection, but if I hit Objection, basically the game is just, the game's over by turn 4. And then my last, I run 4 Desires. 1, 2, 3, 4 World Peace. World Peace, basically, this deck is more geared around World Peace than a Child's Wish or anything else, because of the fact that World Peace basically allows me to bring back all of my pieces. But more importantly, 1, 2, 3, these. So I just focus on what the deck wants to do. The deck basically wants to be able to defend itself, survive, put cards like this out on play on this, and basically give them triple attack and win the game. That's just pretty much the deck profile. As you can see, it runs 1, 2, 3, so that's what, 10 yellows, which is more than enough. It's more than enough to satisfy each of these costs. You only ever really need to hit off 1 Bat Ring Laser, unless of course you're playing against your number, and even then there are options that you can sideboard, which is Dragon Radar. I sideboard that in this format just because aggression still is a thing, Brawly is a thing. I like to take those cards out that are not really doing anything against those options. So that's pretty much the deck profile. If you like it, go ahead and test it. It's still extremely strong deck, even with the fact that aggression is everywhere. Great plays. If you're interested in learning how to play the deck or any of our other decks, you can go ahead and follow us, support us on Patreon at TheHillTwins, where you basically get deck analysis, breakdowns, tutorials, sideboard options, and analytics, and so much more. So thank you so much for watching. This is our SHENRON GOGETA deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully you can get much success, be it Team Wars or any other tournament play. If you're going to play in Team Wars and you guys are not using these cards in your other decks, definitely play this deck, because this deck can guarantee the win against most decks.
Yep. All right, guys. So that is Eons SHENRON GOGETA deck profile. Hope you guys liked it. Stay tuned for the next profile. And like always, guys, stay super.